Welcome to Points in the Paint on Stadium. I'm Ben Wittenstein.
Zach Badgerhouse, always in the house. What's up, Ben?
You are always in the house, and we're dancing. We're ready. NBA season in full swing.
Full swing, baby.
We're getting into November. We already got some in-season tournament games under our belt.
We do.
It's exciting. It's a good time. Weather's getting colder. It's feeling like basketball season.
Yeah, it's time to get in them arenas and get on in there and watch them hoops, pro hoops for sure. Whether it's the Bulls, whether it's the Pacers, whoever you like, the Mavericks, whoever you like.
I love it.
Get into the arenas. Go buy you a ticket. I know the tickets be kind of high, 300 level.
Not the Grizzlies. Not the Grizzlies.
not the Grizzlies,
Get it
though.
for less than a McDonald's medium fry. It's great. Go to Memphis, buy a $4 ticket.
And buy some fries
and
after
go
the
buy
show.
some fries. Double the price of your ticket. It's fine. $4, easy. Also want to give a shout out, Evan Walter, running the ones and twos.
Yes, on the ones and twos, holding it down. Appreciate you, sir.
He's going to be joining us as well for a couple segments. So we're excited about that.
Ben, bro, real quick.
Yeah.
You told me.
Okay.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
I did.
We're going to beat.
I did.
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
I did.
This week. You told me that.
No,
that didn't happen.
I put money behind it too.
That's a
if
little
that makes you
rough.
feel better.
OKC, man, SGA. You know you can't go against our boy SGA like that. What you doing?
In the middle of the game, as they were beating the Cavs, I was like, why did I bet the Cavs? I know how good OKC is.
You know how good
OKC.
SGA is.
And I know how good SGA is. It was the quietest 43 points I've ever seen from a guy, to be honest. He made 1 3, and the rest of his shots, I think it was 15 shots.
That's a bucket getter.
I feel like he's unbelievable. I highly regret betting on the Cavaliers in that game. They're a mess of a team, and I know they played really well against Golden State. It was a good spot, though. Golden State was on like a road trip.
See, that's what put you in that spot to really bet the Cavs. You said, they feeling good. They looking good.
I know. I got suckered in.
House.
They got fully healthy, too. I'm like, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley did look good. I respect it. But defensively, they're horrible. They played terribly against Oklahoma City.
Whew. Listen, 43.
I know.
Peace wing nugget. Who is
SGA, man? Shout out to him. I mean, that team's going to be really good. They already are really good.
Yeah.
But OKC's going to be really good for years. For my lifetime, for your lifetime, our kids' lifetime, it's going to be dominated by the Oklahoma City Thunder.
As long as Presti got them picks, they're going to be in shape for a long time.
Good. All right, let's play a little bit of a game. We got a couple weeks of basketball under our belt.
We do.
So I think it's time we played the good, the bad, and the ugly.
What's been good, what's been bad, and what has been ugly so far this NBA season. And for me, sir.
Yes. All right, you're starting?
Yes, sir.
What's been good? What have you liked?
Good?
Yeah, what's been good?
Ooh-wee. My man, Joel Embiid. You know how I feel about Joel. He's been in his bag. And you know what's really crazy? They've played so well.
Okay.
So well. Despite the fact that James Harden trade and everything else. I'm going to let my man's Evan elaborate on that a little later.
Yes.
But just for as a whole, like they're sitting at the top of the East right now. You know, so far this week, they beat the Celtics, the team that they lost to in the playoffs. So I looked at that being as like a regular season revenge game.
Ooh,
they came out firing on all cylinders.
Okay.
It got tight towards the end. I was watching a little bit of that game. It got tight towards the end, but my boy Joel came out on top, and you got a $300 million man, Ben, and Jaylen Brown going out there and getting 11 points.
Look at that.
I tweeted that last night. I was very frustrated. 11 points. Just imagine I put a little wager on that too, right?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
It's ridiculous. But my man Joel been balling. And then another key piece for them, Kelly Oubre, quietly has emerged for them and been knocking shots down and playing good defense. Obviously, Tyrese Maxey, I want to give you a quick fact real quick.
He's been great,
The best duo in terms of points per game is Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid so far this season. So they are well on their way. Bye-bye, James Harden. We didn't need you anyway.
It was a great move on their part. My good. We're going to have a fight over this team, I think, coming up. But my good, we're going to go to Minnesota.
Okay.
And we're going to go with the Timberwolves, surprisingly. And I never thought I would be in this position where I sit here and say a team with Rudy Gobert on it is good and fun.
That's funny.
But I'm sitting here and saying a team with Rudy Gobert on it is good and is fun. And he is leading the best defense in the NBA right now in terms of defensive rating. The Timberwolves have it. One of the best defensive teams anchored by Rudy Gobert, who's having himself a hell of a season.
Stop saying that name.
It's insane. Rudy Gobert.
Use his initials or something.
RG?
It's just so unfair.
RG?
It's so unfair that we got to talk positive about Rudy Gobert. But we can't go nowhere without talking about your boy, though, Ant-Man.
Yeah,
he's been a prowess on the defensive end. 3 steals, 2 blocks in a game this week. That's real good on the betting tip. Steals plus blocks.
He's been really good. Let's go to the bad.
My bad.
What's your bad?
Now, granted, they're coming off a win versus the Portland Trailblazers, but they are going to struggle if the Sacramento Kings guard De'Aaron Fox is going to be out. They're looking really bad. They even had a fight, that dog fight in that Trailblazers game too, Ben. It went into overtime.
Yeah.
Malik Monk had to make a defensive play at the end to really get that game sealed for them. So the Kings are going to be struggling a little bit, at least for the next 3 weeks without their boy De'Aaron Fox, or maybe even 2 weeks. We'll see what happens though. Hopefully he come back and return sooner rather than later because they lost 3 of the last 4.
Let's go to the opposite side of the country, to our nation's capital. For the Washington Wizards, they are my bad.
But is this bad?
It's fun bad.
Or
it's
is it fun bad?
It's fun bad. As you see underneath,
bad.
The reason I gave fun bad, well, they're 2-5, but as of this recording, but the other bad, they have Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, who, depending how you talk to, could be really funny, but they're really bad.
Yeah, no,
really
Kyle
bad.
Kuzma, they knocking down good shots, big shots. I think they even won their last game.
Yeah.
I think so. Jordan Poole didn't play too well. He was on a parlay slip too. He didn't come through for me, but that's okay. Because again, like Ben said, it's the theme for that team is let's just have fun and go out here and play basketball.
Let's be as stupid as we can.
It's not going to be winning any games for real. No.
I love it. Ugly. All right, who's your ugly?
I know you said
who's
Minnesota
your ugly?
Timberwolves.
Yeah.
You're good.
They're my great.
Oh, feeling great.
They're my good.
But the Minnesota Timberwolves is the ugly for me
Really?
because despite the fact that, yes, they have been winning a lot of ball games. They have. They've won the first, but they've beaten teams they probably shouldn't have beat.
Okay.
I don't want to say that too harshly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the teams that they've lost to, you go out again. We talked about this weeks before. They went out against Toronto Raptors. They lost. They haven't won in Toronto in like 20 years.
That's
it's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah.
But they're ugly because like they win battles that you think they won't win, and then they go out and beat the defending champion, the Denver Nuggets too. So it's just
great defense.
It's just been a really defensive prowess for that team, and it's been an ugly, gritty.
So it's been
in
an
a
ugly
good way.
Yeah, well, see, I guess that's the thing. So it's a good ugly. I had a good bad. You had good ugly. I guess it's not good bad. It's fun bad.
Fun bad.
Fun bad. You have bad ugly. I guess one of the whatever the term is. Timberwolves are an interesting team.
They are.
Watch them if you can. Great defensive team. A little bit of sloppy in the games.
Yeah.
My ugly is actually ugly. This is ugly.
It is ugly. It's a little rough for this team, and I'm sorry, Joe Mullinax. I really am.
I know our boy Joe. He's having a rough time covering this team because it's the Memphis Grizzlies, and they are just bad. 1-7. They are the worst offensive team in the NBA. They can't score for the life of them, and defensively they're okay, but they just have no hope scoring the ball.
No, they have no hope. Marcus Smart needs to get it together. I mean, defensively, he's trying to lead that team, but they ain't got no offense, really. Desmond Bane, where you at, player? They miss John Morant. December cannot come fast enough.
Really, really crazy. All right, don't forget, you can help us. You can help yourself. Give us a link. Give us a video of a team, of a player you're liking, or whatever.
You tell us your good, bad, and the
good,
ugly.
bad, and the ugly. Whatever you want. Give us your good. Give us your bad. Give us your ugly. Send the link. The link is down there. WatchStadium.com/submit. We'd love to hear from you. We'll put you on the show. Put you on socials. It'll be great. Guys, time for What a Surprise.
The biggest surprise in the NBA for me is going to be the Golden State Warriors and how well they've played. They've played extremely well so far this season, and I am extremely surprised by that, especially with the Chris Paul edition. I didn't know how it was going to work, and then they got the stat out here so far this season being where the Golden State Warriors only had one 20-point score, and that's Steph Curry. He's the only one that scored 20 points this season.
It's kind of nuts. Mine is the Miami Heat.
Okay.
And it's kind of a bad surprise.
Really?
Offensively, they're not very good.
I expected
they
that.
haven't played as good as I thought they would with the roster they had, and it's how well they played in the playoffs. Come out this season laying an egg, go 4-4, 500. Apparently, the playoffs were an aberration. Kind of nuts. I don't understand it.
And Evan, before we go real quick, tell us
my
why.
surprise is the 76ers, guys. I mean, first in the Eastern Conference with all the James Harden trade talk and all that. Joel Embiid is balling out. I mean, surprising me, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely a surprise. They've been fun. Like I said before, Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid are the best duo in basketball right now. And to find out even more about these rookies, Victor Wembanyama and the last 4, Rookie of the Year candidates, we're going to talk about them next, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Points in the Paint on Stadium, your Stadium NBA show, along with ITA, of course.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Little tag team, 1 and 2.
Tag team.
Love
I
it.
like that. Yeah, a little crossover, if you will. So, the ITA, they had a little something going on this week
Yeah, they do
on
lists.
their show.
They love
do
lists.
a little list, the top 5 lists. And you tell the people, a little more about this said list.
Yeah, so we're going to do a list. We're gonna be on ITA next week. I think they're going to talk about that as well. They may make fun of us. That's all right. It's good television, so watch ITA next week, of course. But the list is, so if we're starting a team, you're starting a team from scratch.
Yep.
And the pool of players, the pool that you can pick from
You
is
gotta
only
win now.
5 people.
And you got to win now.
You got to win now, and it's the number 1 overall pick from the last 5 years. So it goes back to Zion, through Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero, and
now,
Wemby.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, so we got 5 players, and you got to start a team now, and you're ranking who you're going to start your team with 1st through 5. Sir.
Or least the greatest.
Or least the greatest.
I'm going least the greatest.
Least to greatest. So you're going to start with number 5.
Yes. My number 5 pick.
Please explain. I'd love to hear.
Okay.
Number 5 is Cade?
Yes, Cade Cunningham off the top. Cade Cunningham.
Oh, God.
What's the problem? Listen,
I love Cade, man.
I do too, and I know you do.
But
know what I'm
so
saying?
you think
were
he's
big on
the
him.
worst out of all these players?
Yeah, by default though, right?
He's on your team. He's on Pistons.
Yeah, listen, I understand that, but you got Ant-Man out here, you got Zion out here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know Zion hasn't been healthy, so that's not really the true reason to put him maybe above Cade. But Cade's shooting numbers right now so far this season has been a little rough for me. You know what I'm saying? Shooting below league average in both, from 3 and just field goal percentage. So I want him to be able to step that up, especially if he has starting point guard in this league, especially in the East where you got the likes of Damian Lillard, Tyrese Maxey in your division at that. So, got to put my boy Cade Cunningham at 5. Number 4 being my boy Paolo Banchero. Only because I feel like right now that's Franz Wagner's team.
Yeah,
he's been leading the way for them so far, knocking down big shots and big
good.
moments. He's been really good.
Yeah.
I know Paolo will probably be the leading scorer for that team come maybe February about All-Star break as he knock out the rust, from early on in the season. Mm-hmm. But I got Paolo at 4. 3, got to go with that big dog. Down in that big Alamo. The big Alamo, if you will.
The churro-loving San Antonio.
The alien man, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Wembanyama. Wemby's not even number 1, number 2.
No. It's early. It's early.
He's
still
a freak.
He still got milk behind his ears. Come on now. I mean, he's still, you know what I'm saying? These other dudes at least been in the league for a little while. You know what I'm saying? 1 or 2 years, 3 years. You know what I'm saying? He only been in the league a little month.
You know what? I'm not going to criticize. You'll see my list. You'll be like, that list is better. It's all right. Go ahead.
That's kind of crazy because, look, I'm only going with Zion being number 2 due to health. Now, he probably would be number 1 because he's the one that can provide the most impact probably of the all 4. Maybe with the exception of Wemby, we still got to see a little more because obviously the wingspan and everything else with Wembanyama, he's able to do so much defensively. But for Zion, man, the explosiveness, it's just about being available. So that's why he probably didn't make the top of the top. Like this next guy.
What's the best of ability?
Availability every time. You know what time it is. Yeah. But, man, number 1, numero uno, is the guy who been balling all year so far, man. That's That's Anthony Edwards. He has been a dog on both ends of the floor, knocking down shots in big moments, making defensive stops when he needs to. That's my list, man. I'm starting with Anthony Edwards, number 1 win right now. Got to go with the Ant-Man.
Got to go with the Ant-Man. All right, so I'll bring up my list. And honestly, tweet at us. Let us know whose list you agree with. Points, paint, whatever it is. Let us know. Send in a video. We'd love to hear from you. My number 5 is Paolo. And kind of the reason you said, it's more of a Franz Wagner team. He's very good. And Paolo's just been, I don't want to say under the radar, but it's not been his number 1 overall team. And if I'm starting a team from scratch with this whole pool of players, these 5 guys, I think Paolo probably ranks last for me.
Okay.
I do have
I'm
Zion.
Not mad at that.
I have Zion as number 4, and I'm a lot more worried about his injuries.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's probably
else.
what it is. I'm all about the game, though. For me, with
you're
Zion,
all about the game.
He's bringing that game every time, but you do got to be available, like you said. I always say.
Availability. And
I'm not mad at that.
I'm thinking more like a GM, and I'm like, listen, this guy's had a history of injury. He's an explosive player.
You can't
which
win
means,
now if you only playing 30 games. I'm with you.
Yeah, and my thing is like, if you're gonna get hurt and you need to win now, that's gonna hurt. And also.
Right.
Think about Zion when he's 27, 28, 29. That explosiveness is going to go it's going to go down.
It's going to slowly deteriorate.
It's going to go down. So I love Zion, and his ability is amazing, but number 4 for me. Number 3, Ant. I love the guy. Love Ant.
Dang, I think my boy in the middle. The man in the middle. Yeah, Malcolm in the middle.
I think Ant is fantastic, and he's really improved this season. You could see how good of a player he's going to become. And he may move to number 1 on the list at some point for me, but
man, I know you be seeing the Jordan side-by-side pictures on the internet. I know you do.
I do. A little ridiculous, but I do. Number 2 for me, Cade Cunningham. And let me describe him. So this guy is 6'7".
He up there, man.
As a guard.
He was 5th for me.
I know, he's 5th. But this guy just has been able to get buckets. Not shooting-wise. But still, 3-point percentage, it dipped a little bit from the start of the year. but he can get field goals. The guy's hitting 30 points, 31 points, 33 points, coming off a 33 point against the Bucks.
He dropping buckets for sure.
6'7", man.
Just don't go.
He's 22.
Just don't go 10 for 27 and nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I know. You're not wrong about that. And finally, my last guy, Victor Wembanyama.
Okay, number one, numero uno.
Yeah, numero uno. Victor Wembanyama. The guy's a freak, 7'4". The guy.
It's only been a month.
You see nothing like the guy ever in the NBA. He's hitting threes, crossing guys over, getting rebounds. I'm starting my team within 10 times out of 10.
Twice on Sunday?
Twice on Sunday.
I ain't mad at that. I love that list.
I love it. Coming up next, jerseys. We're talking jerseys. We're talking retired jerseys.
Or if they have some.
Yeah, that's all next. Points in the paint. Welcome back. Were you going to lead us in?
I kind of was.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome back. It don't really make no difference, though. That's so funny.
That's fine, you know.
Welcome back. I hope you guys have been staying tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed that top 5 list. Make sure you comment and let us know. Send us a video. Watch Stadium.
Socials.
You know what I'm saying? It's all right there for you. Benny boy.
We love it.
We got some jerseys to talk about.
You know we love jerseys. We love them.
Do we
colorful
love these?
jerseys, colorful courts. Some we don't love. Some we love.
Okay.
Some are dumb. Some
All
are
right.
smart.
Exactly.
Most are dumb.
Just dive right into these. I'm right there, right, Evan, man.
Yeah,
Just
I think
get
we
right
should do
into
it.
These city jerseys, man.
Yeah.
These association, what they call them, city association jerseys.
City edition, yeah.
They give city edition jerseys. They give out for all 30 teams in the NBA.
We got favorite and least
We
favorite.
got favorite and least favorite.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and show these folks the ones that we don't like
Should we do the
before we
least
get into
favorite?
the ones that
The
we
ones that we
actually
hate?
do enjoy.
Oh my God, look at that. All right.
This
Least
is so
favorite
bad.
jerseys. Those are all gross. Honestly,
Yeah,
those
not
are all
great.
gross.
Look
So-
at it, man.
Let's have, you know what? Look at Evan. Look at how happy he is on the right side of that.
I'm not
Evan,
happy
you wanna
about this
start us?
jersey, though. I'm so
All right,
sick
yeah.
and tired of Heat culture in general, but they went out and put it as their main logo
Right there for you to
for us
see.
all to see. And they didn't change
You know what?
anything. They just moved their logo up a little bit and put culture
And added a
underneath.
word.
Like, so dumb. Yeah, I hate that jersey.
I love that you hate this because it's terrible. You know what they wrote on the court? You know, all the stupid culture things. You know, we work harder than everyone. We stay focused. No. Shut up. I hate that. I hate
Exactly.
that. The Heat are the most annoying team now. They're just, it's like everything
Yeah.
bad about Jimmy Butler has become that whole
Exactly.
team. It's the worst.
That's kind of funny.
It's
but
so bad.
At least the Heat culture jersey doesn't necessarily look like a practice jersey with the Chicago Bulls. Chicago
Okay.
Bulls jersey look like
Okay.
a practice jersey. You got
Agreed.
Chicago just written right on the side,
You do.
and then that's it.
Yeah.
It ain't even lovely.
I don't hate it.
I think the court is better than
Oh,
the
the court's
jersey, if
way
I'm being
better,
quite
yeah.
honest.
Interesting. The black on the red court, it looks weird, but
No,
it's,
it was funky
the red
a little
court
bit.
to me is
but I
kind of
told
funky.
you got to see it in person. You got to see it.
You're right.
see it in
Yeah,
person.
you're right. It looked worse on TV than it did in person, so I agree with that. Buzz City?
Yeah, I thought this wasn't too bad. I mean, I figured.
Just say Charlotte.
Yeah.
Buzz
The light-
City sounds weird.
See, you tripping. What are the Hornets? And what do they do? What do Hornets do?
They buzz.
Evan, would you tell him what they do?
When I hear buzz, I think a bee, not a hornet. So I get where Ben's coming
What a
from.
Hornet look like?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if you're gonna be different, be different, right? Like,
Okay, go
Be
all out
different.
being different. Okay.
Be different. I think that again, but it's also kind of just normal. It's like a weird. I don't know. I don't love the colors. There's nothing exciting on the
white,
jersey.
If the sides was white on the side of the blue,
Okay, I
I
can
would
see that a
probably
little
like it
better.
a little more because you already put Buzz City, you know what I'm saying, the number to be white.
What
Like,
if
the
you did
sides
white
were
on white on the side? Buzz City is the teal green.
I'm not mad at that
No.
either.
I
Yeah.
think that could be cool. I think we just made that.
I
a better
think
jersey.
call
We just
Nike.
made that a hell of a
Call
lot
Nike.
better
You got a
jersey.
new job in.
There we go. I love it.
We went from least to
favorites.
heat. Yes, to show that heat.
These are the best jerseys, in our opinion. Ooh, all right, Evan, start us
That
off.
indie jersey, I mean, keeps with the same colors. You know, it just kind of looks
It's
sick.
better than the court.
It is better than the court. Way better than court. The court was terrible, but that jersey is awesome. The black with the
I love it. I
yellow
like
and the
the
blue
jersey.
accent, like
Yeah.
that is awesome.
The accent really
Yeah,
pops it out for sure.
totally.
I like it. What about you? You like that? You rocking
Yeah,
with it?
I
You
love
know-
the indie jersey. I think is unique. I don't love
Unique?
the light blue color,
Okay.
but
That's
I
'cause you
do-
ain't used to
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little.
It's the
a
wrong
little
blue.
too bright.
Yeah.
I want to be a little darker,
Yeah.
but I do. The rest of the jersey I think is cool. The sides are
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah,
Kind of
the
like the
sides work.
speckles or
Like
whatever
that
that
shows
is. I think
indie
that's
because
kinda
who
cool.
calls Indianapolis Indianapolis? Everyone just
No
calls
one
it
does.
Indy.
Exactly.
So,
I do like
yeah.
it. Yeah, I
And
do
nobody calls Oklahoma City Oklahoma City.
That's true.
What do they call it?
OKC,
There we
baby.
go.
You
Right.
see that fire jersey. I like the orange off the yellow and the dark blue with
They
the
have
different
such cool
shades of the blue.
colors.
They couldn't really go wrong with this jersey for real. So I know SGA and them boys going to be looking good, feeling good, and playing good in this Oklahoma City jersey.
Yeah, Utah. Ooh.
Mormon country.
Ooh, Mormon country. The mountain country. You got the purple. You got the
sick.
mountains, and the top is white, like the snow on the
You
top.
know what I
of the
wish though? I wish that
mountains.
somehow they would have incorporated that green. Remember they used to wear that little bit of that green in their
like the
jerseys.
green
I
totally.
wish somehow they would have had that implemented into their jerseys too. But for fairness though, I do
Yeah,
like this
those are
jersey,
really
the Utah
nice.
Jazz
You
jersey.
got
It's
little
solid.
mountain
It ain't too much. It ain't too little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You know, I
Well,
like
retro
that.
too.
I think,
Yeah, I think that's an element
because
of
look,
it
it's
too.
from
Yeah.
1996 to 2002. I like it a lot. I think that all three of these jerseys, honestly, are winners.
Sure.
But I'll be honest, Zach, most of them were bad.
Most of them,
were
yeah,
bad.
you did
Yeah.
say that. You did
Yeah.
say most of the
Most
city
of them were
jerseys
bad.
you weren't really feeling. But these right here probably top three, and then people can let us know if they agree or disagree.
Yeah,
for
let's
sure.
put that. Let's put the submit thing up, and we could let people know. Again, if you want to submit anything, if you want to tell us about your favorite jerseys, you don't want to tell us about your favorite jerseys, watchstadium.com/submit.
Yes, sir.
You can see in the bottom of that screen. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what jerseys you like, what jerseys you dislike, because there's a lot. I dislike most of them, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think it seems like to me the jerseys created this year, they were like, oh shoot, we have
It's
a
time
week.
to-
we have a
gotta
week.
make these jerseys.
Let's go get these jerseys going. Let's look back at some of the ones we already
Chicago
used.
just wrote Chicago
Yeah, just put
on a
Chicago.
jersey.
That's the
so
ultimate
bad.
medium. Put Buzz City with nothing else on there. Just it looks very hastily made. I'll be
Listen,
honest.
since we talking jerseys, you know what basketball team does not have one jersey hanging in the Rafters for
So
a jersey retirement?
there's not one. There's one team with no jerseys.
no
retired.
jerseys being retired. That's
Who?
the Los Angeles, not
Not
Lakers for
the
sure.
Lakers.
Definitely not the Lakers, but the
Clippers.
Los Angeles Clippers do
no.
not have a jersey retired hanging in the Raptors in the Staples Center.
That's so sad.
It's
That's such a
it's
sad franchise.
very
sometimes.
sad.
Like
Right.
they have all the stars right now, and they had Lob City going on in the
Lob
late
City.
2000s, early 2010s.
Blake Griffin deserved to get his jersey hung up in the Raptors.
So is that the question we're asking?
I'm
Does
just throwing that at you. You tell me what you think.
does Blake Griffin
Get his jersey
He
retired.
jumped over half of a Kia, I guess. The front part of a Kia, the lowest point of a Kia is what he jumped over.
He
Is that,
did.
is that jersey retirement worthy?
You tell me.
I don't think
you
so.
tell me.
I
don't
love
know.
Blake. Listen, I love Blake Griffin, and I think he's a fantastic player. Jersey retirement,
It's a
though?
little excessive for him.
Now, if you make the case that, hey, these guys brought the Clippers back to relevancy, him and Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, he was kind of fun. It was
He
a
was.
fun team,
He was.
but they didn't win anything.
What about Randy Smith? Can he get one? Remember I told you that's the Clippers all-time leading scorer. Clippers, y'all all-time leading scorer
This is
does
Randy
not
Smith.
have his jersey hung up in the Raptors. What's up with that?
His name's Randy, too.
Yeah, his name is Randy. What about Elton Brand?
Oh, Bulls legend.
Bulls.
Drafted by
we
the
talking
Bulls.
about the Clippers.
Bulls legend Elton Brand. No, I think that I haven't seen anyone right now who can have their jersey retired. Now, if Kawhi Leonard maybe wins him a title, or Paul George, maybe then.
Maybe then.
Okay,
we'll
Maybe
see.
then.
Well, until then, that's going to complete this edition of Points in the Paint podcast presented by Stadium. Don't forget, follow all those social handles. And remember, folks, you will see us next week. And watch Inside the Association.